Caucasian female. To mirror the story. What the Caucasian female did not expect was that she would be found by some sleuths who found her. Where are we at, black people? If you white, this is not for you. This is not for you. Okay? Because this right here tells me all I need to know. 14 years old. Y'all want to know the story? Let me tell you the story of George Stinney. I'm going somewhere with this, so hang on. George and his little sister was playing by a railroad track in broad daylight. Two little girls, Binnicker and Thames, rode by on their bicycles, spoke to George and his little sister, and kept going. Some hours later, the two little girls was discovered, I believe, in a shallow ditch. I'm going off memory. See, I didn't get into hype when everyone else got into hype 70 years later. My parents told me this story. The men of the town gathered to find the person responsible. Now, George was a little boy. He was 14. He weighed about 75 pounds, and his family was very religious. He could be seen sitting on a porch reading the Bible. He was known as a good kid around town, never got in trouble, never stole, never stayed out, never snuck around, any of that stuff. As the men of the town was forming this mob and looking for someone that was responsible, George and his sister spoke up and said that they seen the two little girls. They told one Caucasian female and one Caucasian male that they seen those two girls, very young little girls, ride by. Within a few hours, George was in custody. A few more hours after that, his family was warned to get out of town. Everything that they owned, their animals, their crops, their home, was burned to the ground. The little sister and the other family members escaped, merely with the clothes on their back and their life. George was taken into custody. A trial took 60 minutes. He was allowed to have his Bible with him. When they walked George to the execution chamber, he was too small to sit on a chair. They used his Bible so that he could be brought up to height. See, back then, white preachers wasn't allowed to pray over Negroes. A black preacher was allowed in the chamber to pray over George, as the executioner sent thousands of volts through his little, tiny body. It was so crowded, it was standing room only. Everyone came to bear witness to the 75-pound little boy with no muscle tone, still growing into his body, that managed to hold down 2 white girls in the middle of the day and attack them and end their life. Outside was crowded. All the blacks stayed away. Everybody that was of color stayed away. In case the people that executed this little boy decided to form a mob, a clique, a group, and go after them. 70 years later, George was exonerated after they used his Bible to make him tall enough to be executed. "400 people listened to that story of that Caucasian woman who stated that this man approached her in a bar and did something to her. Behind those 400 people is 40,000 people with the likes, the shares, the reposts, the YouTubes, the recordings, all of that. It's us, Black TikTok. I'm not rage forming you. I'm not even angry. I'm disappointed that for some reason, some crazy reason, we have a woman on this app that has been caught in so many lies, and yet she's still here. iSpeak is 30 years old. I was already in high school by the time that man was born. Mo is 50. These are 2 black people. You can't be pro-black, but yet form a mob in conjunction with Caucasian people to lynch somebody. iSpeak is a baby to me. Now, can he speak roughly on the internet? Yeah. Is he sure of himself? Yeah. Smidge cocky? Yeah. But he is not. He is not that big black monster that white woman described. Y'all don't send gifts. Give them to iSpeak or Mo. I don't want them because I never take them off. These motherfuckers want a social security number. If TikTok think they gonna get my social security number, them and the U.S. Department of Education is tripping. My name is Bennett, and baby, I ain't in it. So, with that being said, okay, you have a woman on this app that legit teamed up with a Caucasian lady, came up with this story, told y'all this story, hand fed the story to y'all. The girl was eating while the lady was talking about her trauma. She had like 9 of them braids pulled into a ponytail, which would equate to, let me see if that was 9 braids, 24 strands of hair was pulled into a ponytail, off screen almost, eating, while this girl told this traumatic story. She had a granny amount of hair in a ponytail. Is this your savior? Somebody that trauma formed you, rage formed you every single day. Every single time they come on TikTok, they are making you upset. You don't laugh. You only feel rage and sadness. Because that monster inside that woman is rage and sadness. You have a young man trying to write a book and finish his master's degree and further his career in the U.S. Armed Forces. And you have this thing that then served her time and was so jacked up that she claimed she got 100% disability from the U.S. Armed Forces. So basically now we're paying you to sit at home and go after somebody that's still enlisted. At any given point in time, our freedom is so fragile. This man could be deployed, okay? When the Marines jump, the Navy jump with them. Right? Right. That could put his life on the line, go on deployment, and never come back to the United States. Now, I'm not here to beg y'all to believe this man. I'm not here to ask y'all to do anything other than look at the facts. Now, I'm old enough to have been in high school, damn near driving, by the time this man was born. So let me tell you what a woman my age would have looked at the situation and did. You got visit number 1. Let's talk about that. Now listen, y'all, I wasn't there, okay? I don't fly clear across the country to go fight with a social media company about taking my accounts because I don't monetize my accounts. I make money in real life. I get it out the mud in real life. So this here is just me just talking to a group of people that I rock with and I like. You have a young man that's in the armed forces and a woman that's collecting veterans welfare. Because if you ain't served 20 and I'm looking at you and you got that energy to move around, you can go work. Because you tried to beat them old white people up at that protest. You threatened to get out the car. But your mind gone. They paying you for that. But I surmised that your mind was gone long before you even touched the military. But I digress. You went on the first trip, had all these crazy things happen to you, per you say, right? Just everybody doing everything, touching you all over the place, don't want to be here, don't want to be that, fighting and arguing with people, not getting along with people, blah, 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 right? Right? See, this is the part that everybody missing. And I don't want to get them mixed up, okay? So I'm not going to say which one happened first. But you had a trip, some stuff happened. About 30 days later, you go back to meet up with one of the 2 people that you say did that to you. Both times you flew broke. You call me a pick-me? The Kappa pays her own way. If I'm going to come and meet with you for any reason, I'm going to pay my own way. I'm going to have my own hotel room. I'm going to have my own transportation because I'm ornery. And I end up, anytime I travel with my friends, it's like the Miami trip. People end up fighting and I don't want none of that. So when y'all get to tripping with each other and putting each other business out there, I'm going to go to my room in my rental car and chill myself out. That's how I end up being able to travel with my friends and never getting into it with them. I don't travel broke. So a group of my friends went country hopping. The Dapper money wasn't set up that way to go country hopping because the Dapper got to pay all these taxes come October. Y'all ain't say nothing. Y'all ain't give me advance notice. And I know a couple of y'all in here and I don't care. Because y'all really didn't want me to go. It's like I said in that group text. Y'all really ain't want me to go. Because who plans to go? What type of jobs y'all got? Y'all don't owe the U.S. Department of Education too? Because we was all in college together. But let me get back on track. So anyway, yeah, they left my broke ass here in the United States, okay? Because I don't travel broke. Because what if my husband called me and tell me he having chest pains or he in the hospital? Now here I am sitting up in Italy. Y'all got to do a GoFundMe. The U.S. Department of Education gonna catch me, collect their money. They gonna snatch it. Now I'm stuck in it, baby. Don't have a heart attack for 2 more weeks because we got 14 more countries to hit. But you go back and meet up with the same person. In one of your stories, you told me, and I say me because I asked, you told me that you slept outside for 3 days. A lot of people don't know this about the Cappa. The Cappa done lived all over the United States. Told y'all I traveled, but I also lived all over the United States. And the Cappa lived in Arizona. Let me tell you something about the desert. In the daytime, blazing hot. But at night, freezing cold. You said you slept outside in Las Vegas for 3 days. Now, if I was that woman, closet talk, and I see you sleeping outside on day 1, day 2, I'd put you on out my crib. Like, something wrong with you. Why is you sleeping outside for 3 days? That's what you told people. You slept outside for 3 days. Now, that was fishy. I was like, okay. Child. I remember them days in Arizona. It was like St. Louis weather. Daytime, you got on shorts and a t-shirt, tank top. Nighttime, you need to put some pants and some stuff on. It ain't gonna be okay. Then you might wake up a little moist. Depending. It's cold at night. But who goes to somebody's house and sleeps outside for 3 days? Somebody that travels broke and unprepared. Because if I got to sleep outside, I'm going home. First of all, I'm not even finna sleep in your crib. I come to see you, I'm getting a hotel. If you that important enough for me to make arrangements to come and see you, I'm going to stay in a hotel. Not even a close one either. I'm going to be all the way at the other end of town. Flew in, pick up the rental car, go to the hotel. Booking.com is a wonderful tool to have. Travelocity and all the rest of them. Who sleeps outside in the desert with geckos and lizards and stuff running all around? But that's the story you told everybody. But what I can't seem to get over, no matter all the receipts, no matter everything that's going on, is I can't get over the fact you went back, lady. Lady. You went back to one of the 2 people. And I don't want to tell the story because I don't want to mess it up, because I always get it confused because it ain't my story. Because I don't run around doing stuff like that. Then you call me a pick-me? No, a pick-me is somebody that travels broke just to be with the crowd. A pick-me is somebody that find a whole bunch of people off of TikTok and try to befriend them, knowing you crazy as a loon. You loose. Like a baby rattle. You loose. And I've been the one to escape. But when I think about this situation, I think about the fact that that woman, Closet Talk, has a son. And a part of me is just happy that you tried to put that on her as a grown woman than her baby boy in the house. And this is the dangers, y'all, of meeting up with people off of the internet. They baby rattle loose. Like, y'all see me and y'all be like, oh, Kappa funny. Kappa ain't sane. That's how I can come on here and do the dumb stuff I do. I'm too old to be doing this. And then after the girl told her story, the Caucasian lady, the Thames and Binnaker of the whole situation, what did you do? You snotty cried, didn't you? Did y'all know she was an actress? Tried to be. She can cry on cue. All of this is an act. It's an act to get money out of the most vulnerable people. As I put on my Instagram, somebody that's been hurt, that's a victim of something like that, they want to help because they've been there. They've seen those dark days. Just like veterans help other veterans, okay? I was talking with a veteran and I told him I go to this page every day. Check my bank account, check my Bitcoin, check my stocks, check the page every day. Every day. That's what PTSD do to you, because you feel like you ain't got control of nothing. So you gotta have control of the things you can have control of. And she take that and she weaponize that. Take apart the support base, because if not, then you are responsible. We are responsible for the monster that we created and that hurt real victims. Real victims right now. Right now, someone's being victimized. Somebody's getting hurt. But they're going to run across the Capitol screaming about that woman. And they're not going to see anything. They're going to run across the judgment that woman causes. And they ain't going to say nothing. It's people in this room. 279 of y'all. Stats tell me 45 of y'all is in an abusive relationship of some kind. 61 of y'all have been assaulted in your lifetime. And 110 of y'all will be assaulted in your lifetime. Let's not forget, there are real victims out here while we are trying to understand that in our orbit there's someone so dedicated that I seen a video where this girl said that she would unalive iSpeak. Now what the Kappa ain't gonna do is I'm not gonna fly clear across the United States and get online and tell you what I'm gonna do when you're doing it in my face. She got on here and outed a woman that was exploring her sexuality. She got on here and outed another woman with a fabricated story of essay by the same person. How much of this are we going to take? Black TikTok. Old, smoky, black, scared to lose your account TikTok. How much are we going to take? What is it going to take? That man's in the armed forces. That woman is a victim. Closet is a real victim. I won't tell her story that's hers to tell, but she's told it publicly, partially. What is it gonna take for one of them to just be fed up and end it? Is that when we all gonna be like, oh, we should have done something? Is that when we act once it's too late? If I go to the garage and my car is missing, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to call a non-emergency number to the police. Well, first, I'm going to check and see what cars are here and what humans ain't here. Make sure I don't get somebody pulled over. Make sure somebody ain't taking my car. We keep our keys in our car, so anybody can drive anything. Technically, they can't drive my car because they be beating the block up when they drive my car. And I sitting here and I heard do scared to come outside. My goddamn daughter beating the block up in my damn car. I said, girl, I know that was my damn car. I was like, child, put my car in the garage. Rattling my window. I think gonna be towed up. My mirror gonna fall off. I don't never turn. It's a limit. Anybody that got beats in their car, I'm gonna get off subject for a second. You know it's a limit, okay? A little bass, you can have the AC on. Medium bass, you can't have the AC on, but you can have the windows cracked. Bad, serious, door rattling, window rattling bass. Child, you don't run nothing. My baby got my AC cranked up to 110. Arctic ice. She blasting. She got my lights going. I mean, she all over the place. And I just happen to hear because it's my songs. I'm like, who the hell listen outside out here? You know what I'm saying? And then the window like, I'm like, who the hell beating the block up? I get up and I see my car. My car. Girl. Now her daddy slick. He turned the bass down before he get by the house. He be like, she be listening. He a little more older and more mature, so he know better. But I can tell because the bass be cranked all the way up. So I put an extra battery. I put a battery in their back. So I got an extra battery to power my bass. So they don't turn my goddamn alternator up. Anyway. Is that when we gonna do something old smoky TikTok? When somebody get hurt? I mean, y'all said that about Blaze and Alicia. And then they just kind of dissipated. Blaze was over there fighting with El Beretti the other night. We said that about them, right? But I'm thinking about the mental health of these two individuals that's been fighting this for months. I think going on a year. I'm not sure and I ain't looking at the comments. But what I'm saying is, when are we going to be ready to do something collectively? What's the plan? Because I've never encountered anything like this. I never encountered anybody so willing to hurt another person as this. You've threatened these people. You've stalked these people. You've sent people over to say real mean things to them. One day their kids, Closet Kids is grown, and then I think she got a little younger one, but one day them babies may run across these videos. You did all of this, but you didn't go to the police. You didn't go to the police. Like, you say you for victims, right? If you for victims and you can't watch both of them 24 hours a day, I would think that you would slightly inconvenience yourself to go and make a report, even just to establish history, that these two people did this to you. So if another victim comes out, there's history that you made this allegation, right? Hello, Daryl. But you didn't, because as you said, you don't believe in the police, right? Is that what you said? You do not believe in the police. You don't believe in using the police, right? You don't believe in using the police, but you believe in using TikTok. So that tells me that since you're unwilling to protect other people on this earth, you in it for self. Because if I run into somebody and they trash and they do some trash stuff, I'm going to tell the next person, hey, home skillet is garbage. Don't deal with them. We leave bad reviews. Did we not see the video of D's Sweet Treats where he said don't play on his top? We leave bad reviews for restaurants. We don't go back to restaurants that treat us poorly, or their food's nasty, or their service is terrible, right? So you mean to tell me eating at a better restaurant, going to the Popeyes across town versus the one that's in town, is more important to you than protecting your community? I'm gonna get me ready because I gotta go over to, I'm gonna leave up off of here. If I know somebody is running around hurting people, whether it be my own family, it could be my husband, it could be my child, I'm going to turn them in. I am going to turn them in. I don't care if you salamander colored. I don't care if you're white. I don't care if you're black. You going face your day in court if we can get that far. Most of these type of cases get played out. Very few of them really actually make it to court. So coming to TikTok, y'all let this sink in. Coming to TikTok is more important and satisfying than actually getting law enforcement involved. Now, what kind of sense does that make? So then that make me question, if one of your kids come to you and say, hey, this person did this to me, because we went over the stats, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna tell that child, I'm gonna make a video, I'm gonna go live on TikTok? That's what you're gonna tell that child? That's your story? So you went through a life of abuse, which, by the way, I believe that those things happened to you when you were younger. Because ain't no way in hell your loaf of bread baked the way it baked and something didn't happen to you. That loaf of bread deflated. Somebody opened the oven while that loaf of bread was cooking. Oh shit, flat like a crackle. Ain't no way. Ain't no way you the way you are and you didn't go through something. I believe something happened to you when you were younger. But I do not believe that for a minute what you portraying out here on TikTok happened the way that you're telling it. I believe those two opposing forces against what you're saying. You've created a very dangerous and ugly triangle with you at the top. All for a grift. Like you can't go take flute lessons or something. Go do something more productive. It's a lot of stuff you can do on TikTok other than rage form black TikTok, black old smoky TikTok, and old confused white TikTok. It's so much more you can do. Be funny. Tap dance. Be Ben Vereen. I don't care. But what you doing is dead wrong. And you know what you're doing? You playing on them people tops. Y'all don't send me gifts. Just hit the screen. Just hit the screen. Tap the screen for me. Just tap the screen. Don't send me gifts. All right, some mod just keep putting this in here to just, I thought I turned, no, because my brother called me. So I went live and my brother called me and I had to get off live. So that's why I was a little live. And then y'all was like, oh, she live. And then I wasn't there because my brother with his old round ass head called me. And he was like, you up to no good. They ain't know me so good. He was like, no, you up to no good because you giving one word answers. Now, actually, I was trying to figure out if y'all could hear my conversation with him. But anyway, okay. When you told your husband that you was attacked, what did your husband do? Because I'm a eeny, meeny, miny, mo this. He ain't do what my husband would have did. He laughed at you. And then asked if you still was going to send that $20. Part of me, it hurts, part of me, because I still see a black woman, right? It hurts to have to say that, because as a black woman, I know how easily we can be victimized and how little credence we get when that happens. I have 3 daughters. I'd be nervous as a cat in a room full of rocking chairs. Thank goodness 2 of them are in long-term relationships, and the third one, you know, that's Gen Z. So her little boyfriend online, I'm like, all right, baby, as long as he stay where he at, I'm bring him here. He can't come here. Matter of fact, he can go meet up with Pearl Snappy is who the hell he can go meet up with. We don't bring internet folk home. All right? And so you keep your little online boyfriend. I'm cool with that. He said his name Diego. That's Gen Z. I can't be mad at him. Yeah, so your husband laughed at you. I'm not laughing. Your husband did, though. Now, 1 or 2 things would have happened to me. I know, right? My baby gonna be named Dora, right? That's Diego. Anyway, Diego probably a 56-year-old ass old smoky white man with a bald head. I'm like, child, you sure you know that? He sent pictures. I'm sure that's of his grandson. Girl, everybody on the internet, a 56-year-old bald white man breathing hard, smoking a cigar. I don't trust nobody. Even boss lady cammed up last week. She's still a 56-year-old half bald old white man breathing hard in a wife beater. I don't care. Everybody is breathing hard in a wife beater. Everybody. Till I physically see you, because it's some perverts out here, some crazy people out here. So your husband laughed at you and asked you for like $20. Y'all, this the caliber of person that she picked and that she's with currently. And she's accusing these people. First of all, the way that room looked, the way that room set up, girl, I'm sure you smelled like laundry. The unwashed kind. I'm sure you had to pick some stuff up off the ground, sniff it, and pack it. I'm sure you travel with your own odor. Like you smell like your house. I'm sure. So, for me, Capo, that's a turn off. That's a turn off. Okay. Kimberly, I have to make sure now. You got me over here looking crazy. That's a turn off for me. When you smell like construction worker laundry. I cannot do that. Okay? And you're so wacky. And then, why did you want to go check on iSpeak? You know, that's on Mo's page. In the background when Mo's live, you say he's awake now. You want to go over there and check on him. Now, why would you want to go check on someone that you said the night before did some wild stuff? Because you do some wild stuff to me. You going to be asleep. Because it's going to be night time. Now, depending on what I can get to, depending on which night you taking, the 6 to 7 hour night, or the who did the body night. Because this is mine. I own this. Hideous as it may be, or cute as it may be, it's mine. And no one has the right to do what they want to it. So when you were with them, you were all weak and can't fight for yourself. But then I seen a video of you ready to beat up these old white protesters that's pro-life. You had all the energy in the world. You get online and you rage for them for 8-10 hours a day collecting coins. And girl, child, really? But you mean to tell me You couldn't fight off a 50-year-old woman that's smaller than you. You couldn't fight her off, but you was able to get her to the bathroom. Now, I'm just trying to look and see who the hell you talking to. See, you skip key parts of your story. You took her phone and you took her to the bathroom. So that's what I want to do. Somebody playing patty cake all over my body. I'm not finna take you to the bathroom and put you in no stall with me. That just ain't finna happen. I don't care if it's the first stall, the middle stall, the last stall. We on a casino floor. I done told you to stop. Now, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this marble ashtray and I'm gonna, you upside your head. I'ma bink bink you. Bink bink. I'm gonna give you that blicky. It's gonna go, you gonna go night night. Period. Nope. But what I ain't gonna do is I ain't gonna take somebody that's playing patty cake all over my body to the doggone bathroom. I might just take a, run and push you off your stool while you're gambling, throw you all on the floor. We're gonna end up rolling around on that casino floor because I told you stop. Right? Right. That's what most people do, is they cause a scene. But you took her to the bathroom. Away from the security guards, away from the cameras, away from the witnesses. Because she was assaulting you. Now, what portion of that, y'all, makes sense? None of that makes sense. None of that makes sense. And if my life was hanging in the balance like this for this long, well, it ain't gonna be. It wouldn't be. My situation, I'm set up a little bit differently. I'd sue you. Or I'd be on booking.com heading down to North Carolina or South Carolina, wherever you at. You sat in a group text and you flirted with this woman and said what all you would do to her and this, that, and all the women in there. Okay? You knew this woman wasn't out to the world, to her children, to her family. You flirted and worked it up. And then all of a sudden, you this big, huge victim. You see, I have no desire to sleep with anyone other than my husband. So when Slimer Body was flirting with me, I was like, ugh, first of all. Second of all, ugh. This is before I even knew all of that. You know what I'm saying? And then Blaze like, Miss Calple's beautiful. And I'm like, Salamander, you make sure you stay in West Philly though, because I hit you with that blicky. Compliment is one thing. Openly flirting is another. If I'm telling you what all I'm trying to do to you, I'm flirting. I'm flirting with you. And then when we get face to face and it get hot and heavy, okay, I understand. And at any point, anybody has the right to say no and stop, right? But I would not remove, so it's me. I'm flirting hot and heavy. We get face to face. Stuff go down. I don't want it to happen. I have the right to say no. I have the right to say stop, right? But what I ain't gonna do is I'm not gonna take that person to a secluded area, away from security, away from cameras, away from witnesses, away from people. isolate them with just me and my body that I don't want them to touch. Go back, pretend like everything's fine. Go to the room or wherever. I can't remember if it was the room or back to her house. I'm not going to do that. Two things going to happen. I'm going to blicky you, and if I can't blicky you because you can't take a blicky into the casino, I'm going to hit you with this ashtray. And then I'm going to get my ticket and I'm out. But the very first thing that's not going to happen is I'm not going to be online or in no group flirting with you. The Kappa is a straight woman, assigned female at birth, gender female at birth, right? That mess with gender male at birth. So I'm not finna sit in here. I'm not even comfortable like talking about things I like to do sexually. I'm not that comfortable. Not with no group of people. Like I say some ignorant stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like I said some real ignorant to scholar, but you know what I'm saying? Like, in no group of people, I'm not finna do all that. Like, I'm old school, so all that belong where it belong. But you did all of that, and then you came and brought yourself. You didn't go to the police department. You didn't scream for help for the security, because y'all know the security in the casinos be ready to hit you with that blicky for real. Like, somebody be like, ah! It'd be like 86 security guards on you. Like, you could just, like, get a text message that your dog unalived, expired. It's going to be 86 security guards on you. They getting you on up out of there. One, because they got to keep that environment the way it is. Two, they don't want you cutting up while distracting people while they playing cards and money's being exchanged and all kind of other stuff. Three, because they just mean as hell. They don't play that in them casinos. So all you had to do was go, ugh, and they would have been over there. But you didn't. Nah, let me take the person that's playing patty cake and London bridges all over my body. Rest in hell, Elizabeth. All over my body to the bathroom and seclude myself. Let me be so comfortable as to be in their dang house. I got people that creep me out because, like, I'm used to thugs and things like that. But, like, I'm talking about, like, people that might, like, do things to little small animals, like, stuff like that. Like, this dude that lived not too far from me. Like, you would never catch me in a private area with that guy. Well, I keep the blicky on me, though, too. Remember that. But just in case I can't get to the blicky, and I always carry the blicky that don't got no safety. Stay with that Glock. But he ain't never finna be nowhere with me. Like, you can't even come in the crib, dog. Like, when I'm here and he stop by to be like, blah, 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 you can't even come in the crib, player. Whatever you need, I open that door like that wide. And that blicky be right there. Don't play with me. I've been knowing you for a couple years. I don't care. Because you look like you do stuff to little bitty animals, and I don't trust you. Oh, did I get graced by Polisa? Polisa, did you come here? Do y'all want a little bill? Y'all blocked her. Y'all want Polisa in here? Do y'all want Polisa in here? Because I ain't finna yell and scream. She could sit in here and listen. I'm actually getting ready to go over the... Nope. Y'all don't want her in here? Oh, in the box. I said, hell no. She gonna get it over on Instagram. I'm not even finna do all this trash over here. Because I'm just gonna get on a roll and then they're gonna drop me out. Nah, it's more no's. Block her if she come back. Just block her if she come. Them llamas don't play. When I tell you my home llamas got my back, blocked. Damn. Them llamas, hey, I got a core group of llamas. Man, hey, them llamas don't play. They do not play about the Cappadappa, baby. Okay, thank you so much. Boy, them babies don't play. I got my mods right, man. They be on it. Thank you so much, llamas, man. I appreciate y'all. And she can watch them from the outside or go on one of her mini troll accounts. Anyway, with that being said, y'all ready to go over to Insta to get this dragging on? Yeah, she was Insta gone. She thought she was gonna come in here tussling. She ain't got the energy for this. You too soft for this, police. I know cemetery mouth watching, somebody watching, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But it's the truth though. Like as a grown woman, you know, my baby is at a she had a not a card game because she too young to go to. She had what they call it, y'all kids get together and play like board games and stuff. Now I didn't watch too much SVU, right? So like my baby is 20 years old. That's my youngest one. And she said, well, Mom, my location's on. And I told her, I said, baby, I don't never check your location. That's an invasion of your privacy. I trust what you're telling me, right? And I said, but with that being said, I trust you. I don't trust everybody else. So the same rules apply, even though you're going to be in the dorms at this massive board game party, right? Okay, you set your drink down, that drink is burnt. Don't take no drink from somebody you don't know. You open your own drink. You don't go to secluded areas with everybody. Travel with your friends when you have to go to the restroom or anywhere else. And if somebody make you feel uncomfortable, you know the code word. So I can get to mine like within the hour. If I get on that bike, I'll be there in 45 minutes. Because I'm going to protect mine. And with that being said, I'm not going to come to TikTok and make no video. Because the police going to have me clink clink. Alright? Because in Illinois, you can't bring certain things on no campus. Nobody's school, nobody's hospital, park, federal park, daycare. But for mine, I'm going to jail. For me, I'm going to jail. Now, I might have power you for me because I'm old and I'm just going to wonder what you're trying to do. Like I'm old, fat, and ugly, so like you desperate. So I'm trying to find out why you desperate though. Like, hold on, let's talk about why you desperate though. Cause like, you done came for the Kappa. Let me roll these out this bra. Me and you both gonna be shocked. And what bestow upon you. Okay, you show you want this power, I'm gonna give you half power. I'm gonna flip one out on you and beat you upside your head. Ain't no way I'm gonna let some little 20, 30-year-old try to play with me. See, some people you waste the bullet on, and the other ones you hit, you just bust them in the head. I say waste because I like fragile and hollow points. They're very expensive right now. It's a waste. I can just bust you in your head. So with that being said, yeah, she gonna come snaking on over here. She called me a pick-me. Now, iSpeak ain't in this live. I ain't tell Pat to get in the box. I ain't asked Mo to get in the box. I just went live. I said I was gonna go live and drag y'all. But I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna take my wide body, small head over to Instagram. That's where I'm gonna drag you at. And then I'm gonna give an hour. 30 minutes to you. Because your crops ain't coming on your edges. That's like the biggest thing out here in the farming community. If them crops don't come in, baby, you bankrupt. Your edges is bankrupt. There's 24 strands of hair holding like 9 plaits. Girl, let that shit go. Let it go. Let it go. I'm going to go over to Instagram. There's 295 of y'all. Y'all drop the Instagram in here so they can come over. It is ghetto. It drop you out after an hour. So I'm going to do one drop out. And then I got to go to bed because I got like 2 days of foolishness, y'all. It's coming up to be harvest time too, so I'm gonna be like super busy. When crops don't come in, girl, yeah, you go bankrupt. Shit, nah, the farmers don't be worried about no edges. Most farmers are fat, old. They sit up on the machines all day and eat and ride. They get up really early. Boy, they be activating early as hell. Early. Child, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Why do I hear all this machinery going up and down this damn road? They get up really early and they go to bed. They go to bed. They up with the chickens and down with the chickens. Sunset, they done. They gone. So I love it though. If they didn't do what they did, we couldn't do what we do. There'd be no animal feed. We wouldn't have nothing on the table if these farmers didn't do what they do. Police, you're a creep. And it's scary what you've been allowed to do on this app. How you've been allowed to persecute these two people. You literally brought a white woman on to go after a man that's trying to build his life. The persona that you built around this man being a big, black, dangerous, scary black man. Y'all know what happened when we build a persona of a big, black, scary black man? This is what you build. So you telling me that you don't call the police on black people? So that means that even if somebody, I would be afraid, if I was your child and I was sitting here listening to you say that you wouldn't call the police day in and day out on somebody that did something to you, I wouldn't even trust you to do the right thing for me if I got hurt. I wouldn't trust you because you don't call the police for people that quote unquote hurt you. You don't involve the police. You don't involve law enforcement, but you involve TikTok. So what you telling me, if I'm sitting there and somebody hurt you and I'm an underdeveloped minded child, you are not going to let me go to the police. You are actually going to make me go on TikTok and tell my story to thousands of strangers. To be judged, to be looked at differently. My friends at school is going to see this. It's going to end up on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and Bigo and everywhere else that it goes. But the one thing you're not going to do is you are not going to get the police involved so that the person that hurt me ends up behind bars. Are you a mother? Because I thought a bald head bum bitch said something. 15 minutes, I'll be